Hi everyone, very good evening. This is Karthik from Yrs Cloud Technologies. First of all, I welcome you all to today's Python full stack with AI program. Before starting the session, I would just take you 2 to 3 minutes of your time and I'll walk you through all our social media handles. Then I'll hand over our session to our trainer Chandru Garu. From there, he'll continue. Let me start with our YouTube channel. So you can search for Yrs Cloud Technologies YouTube channel. You can search for Yrs Cloud Technologies YouTube channel. You can just see the YouTube channel here. Just click on this. Just click on this. And you can see here the YouTube channel name is Yrs Cloud Technologies Online Job-Based Trainings. Okay. This is our YouTube channel. We have a 36,400 plus subscribers here already. If you just go to the video section, you can find out many videos related to the many courses, especially like recently 11 days ago, like we posted a video. So why to learn Python full stack with AI in 2026? Why really you needed a Python full stack with AI in the combination of AI, like why we need to learn. Okay, so you can just like have a look into this video as well. Just like visit our channel once so that like you'll get access, you can get access to all these videos also. If you just scroll down a bit, you will be able to see the information on many other courses as well. Many other useful contents is also available in our YouTube channel. Just visit the channel once. If you like the content, like the video, comment on it and subscribe to the channel for more videos. I have shared you the channel link over Zoom chat. So please use this link and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. And we have Instagram page as well. If you just check out here, so Yrs Cloud Tech, this is our YouTube channel, this is our Instagram page. If you search for Yrs Cloud Tech, you'll find out here like we have 4,000 plus followers here. Okay, and if you just scroll down, you can see the complete updated information about all the technologies. Okay, all the technologies, like you can just check it out here. You can just like have a look into our Instagram page here, and we use our Instagram page mostly to post our job openings. If there is any job openings available, we will be posting the job openings here. If you just click on this, you can understand. You can see here like how we have added like all our job opportunities here. If there is any walk-ins available, any openings available, any referrals available from Yrs Cloud Technologies, you'll get all the courses updates here in this job openings updates actually. Okay, if you can see the success stories, you can find out many success stories here. So how people got placed with how many packages they got placed, each and everything you can just check it out, including the date wise also. Okay, if you just visit today's story, you can see here, there is a candidate called Mustaq, like he's from our Snowflake batch and he got placed yesterday. And he tried with 4.4 years of experience and his current CTC is 5 LPA and he got an offer with 8.5 LPA. Okay, you can just check out his review and his words. So how did he mention about the institute and how he got beneficiated about us from us? You can just check out these things. Okay, yeah. So to know more about the job openings, just follow our Instagram page so that you will be getting all the updates. Whenever there is any walk-ins available also, you can get it here. I have just shared you the link in the chat. Please use this link and you can enroll for the, sorry, you can just like follow the page to get the complete information. Now let me take you to our website. We have a website called rajcloudtech.com. This is our website and this is the home page. If you just scroll down, a bit, you will be able to see what are the different courses that we are offering from Yrs Cloud Technologies. We are offering Snowflake, Power BI, Azure Data Engineering and Databricks, AWS Data Engineering, Data Science, Generative AI, AI and Machine Learning, Informatica Data Quality and Cloud Data Quality, Python full stack powered by AI, AWS DevOps, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud, SAP S/4HANA and Pico, SAP CPI, cybersecurity, digital marketing, Salesforce, GCP, and Python for AI and ChatGPT. Okay, so all these courses we are offering here. If you just go to the courses section, you can find out all these courses as well. If you just click on Python full stack, there you will be able to see the complete information about Python full stack with AI program. In another 2 minutes, Chandru Garu will start. Okay, please stay connected. So this is the complete information about the Python full stack program, Python full stack with AI. So what are the things that we are going to cover here in this particular program? Like we have mentioned here about core Python, like fast API, HTML, the latest things. Okay, this fast API and with AI. So what are the like AI things we are covering here? Everything like Chandru is going to like help you to understand in another half an hour. Okay, so in the next 2 minutes the session will start. Please stay connected and you can check out the job roles available, experiences required, and the salary range. Everything you can just like have a look into the things here. Okay. If you want to download this course curriculum, you can just click on download full syllabus in PDF. Okay. You can just give your basic information, your mobile number, click on inquire now. You can just click get this download course curriculum button as well. If you just click on this, then you can download the Chandru's course curriculum from here. Okay. This is the content that we are going to cover in this. Okay, in each and every module you can see like what exactly that we are looking in this particular module, what is the goal of this particular module. You can just check it out like this. Okay, by this end of the course, like what and all you will be able to learn, what and all you will be able to build, everything we structure the things already here. You can just like have a look. Okay, yes. So this is how you can see here the course price and the group discount and about your trainer's profile. Everything you can just check out from here. And I'm going to share you something now. Let me just share you we have a Python group actually. We have a Python full stack group. You can see here Python for AI and ChatGPT workshop, Python full stack developers, Python full stack batch 2. Okay, so many groups we have. So this is the group like where you can get the complete information on Python. And if there is any openings available, if you want to discuss anything with our previous batch students, or if you want to discuss more about the latest trends which is going on in Python. Okay, so for all these discussions, you can use this group. This is Python full stack developers one. This is the group actually. And we have 470 plus members in the group already. We have 470 plus members in the group already. So to get these things, to get this group link and to get today's session recording and material, please drop your name and WhatsApp number. Please drop your name and WhatsApp number in the Zoom chat so that please drop your name and your WhatsApp number as well. Yeah, drop your name and WhatsApp number in the Zoom chat so that like we can share you the today's session recording as well, and you can get this WhatsApp group link also. Okay, both the things will be shared with you. I'm just like enabling a timer of 1 minute, sharp 1 minute. So please quickly post your name and WhatsApp number here so that like we can share the things with you. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your numbers. If you haven't shared yet, you can just take your time and you can share the things with us. Okay, so that like we can share the things with you today, like whatever the recording we are going to do, and this WhatsApp group link as well. Both you will get it. Chandru garu, over to you, please.
Yeah, sure, Karthik. So basically, this is going to be only an introductory session of this course. So who and all are being here for the first time, I think it is going to be an introductory session for you, and it is not the starting of a session. Just to clarify to everyone, um, I'll be starting the session. Are you able to see my screen? Can someone confirm?
No, please.
One second. Now you are able to see my screen?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome everyone. Welcome to this introductory session of this Python full stack course with Raj Cloud Technologies. So basically, in this session, I'm going to give you an introduction about what this course is going to be about and what are the things that are going to be covered and what is the real differentiating factor of this course from any of the course that you will be finding out there of Python full stack. So basically, before I start, I'll give you a short introduction about myself. I'm Chandru. I have more than 10 years of experience in full stack development. I have worked in multiple industries, including insurance, hedge funds, fintech, and other companies. And for the last 2, 3 years, I've been working with organizations and educational institutions for helping curate courses for uh, concentrated on placing placements. So basically, this is one of course which we worked a year back with some of the top institutions like VIT for getting their students ready to start developing applications their own, so that gives them a relevant knowledge to uh, really create applications and create a sound uh, profile for them to get placed, right? So that is the main content of this course. And before I start how we are different, I'll just give you an introduction about Python. So why Python is more relevant today, as you know, if you take any statistics of what is the language that is getting more commonly adapted in industry and that is getting widely used everywhere across software development, you can very clearly see across all the indicators and spectrums, you'll see Python as the leading language simply because of the ease of installation and the lightweight compatibility that it has. Python is getting integrated into seamlessly into all the layers of applications, whether it is front end, back end, jobs, machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning, neural networks, wherever you take the very vast amount of library support and a huge group of contributors for libraries in all the fields like machine learning, deep learning, all those things made Python as the most reliable language for development. These are some of the stats. GitHub is one of a popular repository. Whenever a developer develops a code, it gets stored in repositories, and GitHub is a repository where almost 80 to 90% of the world's code is getting light, right? So if you see any stats of GitHub repo on all the new codes that are getting pushed into GitHub, which are related to machine learning and artificial intelligence, you can see that Python is a clear winner with a very big advantage. There is no other language that has anywhere close to the kind of library support and the ML and AI libraries that are available. So Python is clearly a go-to language for all the industries. So if you see about the AI market today, the projected by our NASSCOM, right? NASSCOM is an Indian IT body which tries to identify the data points and the statistics about Indian IT industry. So if you just check with NASCOM, if you'll find that they are projecting that the artificial intelligence and the artificial intelligence related industry will be up to 6 to 7 times bigger than that of the current IT industry, right? So this is where the kind of big potential is in terms of market relevance and in terms of new engineers need, right? So in that place, simply because Python is the most relevant programming language that is used in most of the ML and AI models, learning Python will give you definitely a higher edge over it, right? And if you think about learning Python, there are so many different ways in which you can learn Python. Okay, simply you can just go to Google or ChatGPT and start learning Python and kind of that what is the advantage that we actually bring in which you cannot get through any of these online learning like YouTube. You're just going and searching through random videos in YouTube and trying to learn something, right? So basically the main advantage of this course is designed in such a way that there are n number of modules. If you go to theory, right, if you go to modules, there are n number of modules that are available in Python. But if you take about the relevance in terms of software development, okay, SD software development field, there are only specific modules which have a very high relevance. For example, just 10% of modules which are there in the theory part is getting used close to 90 to 95% of the software development field, right? For example, creating a database connections, creating or optimizing the front end API caching, or like kind of like creating a more efficient multi-threading and all those things, right? So there are so many hidden layers which are there in Python, which are not really of very big use for software development, right? For example, there are so many different protocols that are available like HTTP, UDM, transfer protocol, and all those things. But if you see the industry on microservices, 99% every time we only use the HTTP and HTTPS protocols. That's why you see the growth of all the web and web-based applications and the web-based interfaces, right? So kind of that is the real differentiating factor of this course. So all the modules that we have designed, okay, so basically we have put this course in a number of modules. You can see it through the uh, a course curriculum. You can download it from RajCloud Technologies website. So basically, you will kind of see all these different modules which are very relevant are getting covered in this application, and we try to cover a 360-degree angle of all the software development concepts that are involved. For example, right from development, we wanted to make sure that you are going to learn everything that is involved. For example, containerization, right? For example, DB establishment, DB connection, DB creation using containers, right? And creating an interactive front end in a very easy and a quick way using AI tools and things like that, right? And also how you are going to, after developing it, how are you going to deploy it in any of the cloud services like AWS, GCP, or Azure, or any of the on-premise servers, right? So this whole life cycle is getting covered in these modules that we have included. Okay, so that is the main idea. So if you see the course material, you will see a course on Docker. Okay, and why we have included Docker as part of this Python full stack course is because today there is absolutely zero application which getting deployed without Docker. Actually, if you see any industry, any company, whether they are using on-premise servers or they're using AWS or GCP or Azure as their preferred cloud provider, they don't use anything other than Docker to containerize and put their application. Why do they use it? For example, a developer sits and develops an application, right, in his system, okay? And there is another one person who comes into picture who takes this application which the developer has developed and put it into some cloud like AWS or Azure, which is going to work the same way how it worked in the local machine into the cloud system. So this was actually a challenge simply because while you are developing an application, you'll include n number of libraries, right? You'll include n number of libraries. You'll have so many different runtimes. You will have so many different application interpreters which are of certain version. And this guy is known as the DevOps guy, and he has to create every of this setup into the cloud. Okay, which is actually a cost for the industry. So when kind of you're developing it, you developed it as a container. Okay, what happens is that a container ID will get created, and this container ID is universal. Once you have a container application installed in the system and also in the server, you just put this ID. Whatever is there with including all these dependencies will come up into this container, and it can pop up into any of the AWS, Azure, or any of the cloud services. So in this way, kind of so every module, for example, we have 5 to 6 modules over here. Each module will have a module project, okay? And all these module projects will be containerized, okay, using Docker, and it will be deployed in your local server. Okay, I'll tell you how to create a local server, and every of this application will be deployed. So basically, the idea is, if you see complete end-to-end concept coverage, design real-world product-grade development, focus on not just the core syntax, but create a value. What is the value creation here is to make sure that you are able to create software application of different formats. What are the different formats? I'll tell you shortly. Learn how companies actually build and scale project, and it's a mentor led. Okay, so here in this concept I told you, right, we are going to include each module. In each module I'm going to cover the theory part, and as part of that module we are going to create a project. Okay, and this project is going to have all the concepts that are involved in this theory, which is going to give you an edge, like a experienced developer who will what differentiates you from that of an experienced developer, right? He might have developed some application with all the concepts and techniques that are involved, which he has to showcase, or kind of which he has to show to the interviewer or to the company to project as the knowledge, right? So this kind of a similar knowledge base we are trying to create for our learners by including a project development for each of these modules. I will be creating one mod project in my system, and I'll be sharing you how that project will be created and how it will be shared. And you are going to take a similar concepts, including those things. I will give you the topics, or you can choose your topics. I'll be validating it, and you are also going to create the same project in your system. So what happens over the time is, after the completion of each module, you will have a working project in your hand, in your system, in your Git repository. You will have a prototype which you can go back and refer whenever you wanted to understand a concept in Python. You don't have to go to Google or Gemini or ChatGPT or any of the GPTs to kind of learn a project. You will have at least I plan 3 to 4 projects. So based on the time availability and the kind of users interest, we'll try to see maximum of up to 5 projects I can cover to learners who are really interested in it. So kind of this projects will have all the core concepts implemented working in your system, which will give you an edge to kind of go to the companies and say that, hey, I have implemented all these things and I have very high confidence on implementing the same kind of concepts in your system, right? So that is how we are differentiating ourselves. So when you say about how we approach this thing, I just wanted to share you an interesting fact, right? Actually, if you see where is Python used widely, you will be really surprised that, like, for example, front-end applications, right? Like the web application, like the Flipkart, Amazon, or any of the websites that you see out there, right? So if you see what percentage of applications are in this kind of front end, you will be surprised to see that it's only up to 15% of applications. Okay. So the rest 80% of applications are either or something called as ETLs, ETL, okay, extract, transformation, and load projects. So this is the real area where companies are developing applications into. And what is this ETL is basically it takes up data from a source and it transforms the data and it puts it into a different data source, right? So this is called as a job, or like extraction. Each company has a different name for it. The companies which use AWS calls it Azure Batch, AWS Batch, and people uses Azure says this as Azure Data Run or Azure Data Jobs. People using GCP calls it a different name. People with on-premise call it as ETL or ELT, extract, load, and transform, or extract, transformation, and load, right? So if you see in these kind of concept, the real challenges are connecting to different kinds of sources. What are the different sources? Like, for example, Postgres is a source, SQL is a source, Oracle is a source, some kind of PySpark system is a source, Kafka is a source, and kind of a different kind of data queues are a source, right? So we will try to give you a project which should create these kind of different sources as a containers, and I'll give you the code base to kind of create with each one of these sources, right? Because this is the real challenging part of development, how we are going to connect and effectively work with this data into the system, right? So 80% of industry is using these kind of projects, so definitely the interviewer is also most likely to have worked on one of these projects, and he's going to ask questions which are going to kind of cover any of this data load transformation or the extraction part, which we are trying to kind of implement it as a project into while covering this module theory in as a project, which will give you a handy thing to kind of go back and refer whether you are implementing an application or you are giving an interview. This will act as a knowledge book, all these four, five, six projects. Basically, how these projects are all going to get created, I'll just share you. Okay, it'll going to be pushed to Git, where I will be one of the reviewer and you will also be one of the developer. Okay, by doing this concept, you will also be understanding how Git works and how version controlling are done use for projects. Version controlling is nothing but how after developing a code, how you keep that code in some place so that in future someone else is going to come, is going to work on it, right? So in as part of that, all these projects are going to be placed in Git, and I'll be reviewing it as a main reviewer, and you will be a developer. I'll be approving and uh, evaluating your projects in Git based on my suggestions and feedbacks, right? So this is the main idea of this course. So kind of we are going to create cover all these important modules with a project, and that project will have all the implementable concepts that are relevant to industry, which are going to act as a reference material for you, whether you are creating your own application, whether it's a front-end application, ETL application, or a machine learning application. We also have a course on machine learning. I'll tell you how to use open source libraries, right? How to you download these open source libraries and how to implement it in your system. As a as part of this course, I have some of the interesting open source libraries like Llama. Okay, some of the lightweight llamas. I will tell you how to download and use it into your system completely offline. Maybe in by end of this session, I'll just show you a demo on image GPT built with one of an open source model. So kind of this kind of projects will act as a reference book material for you to go back and refer whether you whenever you are creating a new application or a project, right? So that is the main idea. And throughout this project, kind of I'll just cover on a high level on all the main things. So we are going to cover the backend Python API business logic, front-end web application UI integrations. Here you will be covering HTML and JavaScript and little and CSS as well. Okay, and databases, I'll give you a very good understanding of SQL and NoSQL, and mostly I think we are going to use in this something called Postgres, okay, which is an open source database which is also getting widely used in industry right now. And when it comes to API, we are not going to go with anything like Flask or Django, because all these are outdated right now. We are going to create all our APIs using Fast API. Okay, this is the fastest programming API model that is available across programming languages like Go, Java, or .NET. Okay, across all these languages, no other API can be fast like Fast API library in Python. So any company that is developing a new API with it, it's always going with the Fast API. So all our APIs will be based on Fast API. And as part of machine learning, I'll be covering all the important Python communities. I'll be introducing you all the important communities and how to get these open source model and develop application which are production ready. Okay, so those kind of things, and all our applications will be containerized and deployed in cloud. So this cloud deployment, I'll tell you how to create this cloud deployment environment into your local system, and I'll tell you how to containerize and deploy it, and kind of yeah, like how a real world application works, right? So as I said, you will have the concepts covered. What and these concepts are not going to be the 360-degree concept. Yeah, I'm going to cover everything in Python, but the more time and effort will be spent on concepts which are more high relevance in terms of software development. Okay, and we are going to create I'm going to create a application in my end, and you are going to create it in your machine as well, which is going to act as a reference for you to go back and refer all the module concepts that you have covered. It's a project driven. I'll be reviewing your code, like I said, right? GitHub, we are going to create a repository for your codes, and you'll be pushing your code there. So even if you don't know even how to write even basic Python programming, we are going to cover right from the beginning. So you don't have to worry that you will be left out. And I'll have you a continuous feedback mechanism for you to kind of help you improve and get in track with all these learning materials. And as I said, all these learning materials will be available for you forever. And yeah, so these are the ones. So how will it be a career oriented outcome? So basically, simply because you are going to learn, okay, by developing applications, this is going to create the same kind of edge, okay, that a experienced developer will have, right? What is the thing that differentiates you from an experienced Python developer, right? He might have worked on some projects which with real Python, right? So we are trying to create the same kind of thing using this course to you. You will have these projects with all the important modules developing by yourself in and having it in your GitHub repository as a portfolio for you to show up in your resume or to kind of use it as a reference material for you to develop your own applications in future. So this itself creates a very big edge for you to kind of project your profile as a much better profile in terms of the knowledge and the kind of skills that you have gathered. So that's how it will be really different. And I'll be there to kind of support you if you have any queries or doubts related to any of the concepts. I'll be happy to kind of even connect you outside of this learning hours to if you are really interested. I highly encourage every one of you that what I believe is that the best way of learning is by doing. So kind of as part of this course you are never going to sit with maybe just the screen, right? You should have your system along with it, and you have to develop and learn things parallelly along with the way I am teaching to you. And you don't have to worry that you'll be left out or I'll be going in speed and you will not be able to catch up with any of these things. At the end of each session, I'll be getting a feedback. And if you have any doubts, you have to get, you have to kind of create a call with me and get it clarified. And kind of, I'll make sure that you have all the setups like the Python and all the basic setup for you to practice whatever the modules I am talking to you or I am teaching to you. And kind of that will kind of differentiate this course from that of rest of the online courses that you can see. I have trained multiple people in this. I am currently training some of the other institutions as well. So kind of, I am sure that this could be a really helpful project course for you. So that's it. If you have any questions or any clarifications, you can post it. I'll be happy to answer. And if you have any more questions, you can connect with Karthik from RajCloud and they'll be able to assist you in the course related information. So thank you everyone. Karthik, I think you can take it.
Yes, Chandru garu. Do you have any questions from anyone? Please let me know like if you have any questions. Do you have any questions regarding the program, like whatever discussed we have till now? So do you have any questions on this? If yes, you can please unmute yourself or you can just ping in the chat as well. Both are available.
Hi Chindu, this is Sujata. Hello.
Yeah, Sujata.
I just have a question like, is this useful for the non-IT peoples who are not ever know about the IT sector?
Yeah, definitely. Kind of why this will be more useful, I'll tell you. Actually, kind of I am going to cover from the very basic of programming, right? I'm not going to kind of take you to cover the high level of programming, right? I'm going to start from the basic and I'll also tell you how this will be. So this is how the classroom I'll be creating. Okay, this is a Google Classrooms. And you will have these kind of classworks where I'll be creating the modules and I will be creating an
Chandru,
runnable
can you please
coding
share your
environment
screen?
for you.
Okay.
Sorry for interruption. You
Yes.
haven't shared your screen, please.
Oh, you're able to see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is a classroom I have created for RajCloud course material for the Python full stack. So kind of here you will be given this class code and you will be joining with me in this one, and kind of you can see as a student over here. Here you will have all the classworks and all the codings. I'll once I start putting in the coding material, you will see that kind of you will have the code and the runnable thing over here, right? I'm working on it. So basically, um, I can show you some other thing if that would work. So these are some other courses, which we are doing. So kind of like maybe I can show you up later on, but kind of this is how the things will be, right? So you'll have a classwork and you'll have a practicing environment over for you in the Google Classrooms, which you will be having. This will kind of give you a setup that you can kind of practice it for a number of times over and over again. These are going to cover from the very basic, right from how to install Python, how to get started with libraries, what are the basics of Python, what are variables, how to assign variables, how to create a class, how to create a module, how to create what are libraries, how to install a package. All those things will be covered, and you'll have a complete classwork for you to go back and refer. So because of that, this could be highly useful for even non-IT background. I just put non-IT background as also people who are this course was initially crafted for the final year BSc and engineering students of VIT, and kind of I just put you in the same bracket, whether you have coded in your past or not. You know how to learn English and you have an eagerness to practice things, and I think that will be more than enough for you to uh, uh, get along with this course.
Okay. And I just have one more question like, so now I have a 10 years of experience in non-IT background.
Okay.
So I should go like a fresher, or I can cover it like Python. I have some of the experience while taking this training. I have a 5 years of experience in Python, and I can go
Yeah.
in
What
SQL
what
build.
I would say is kind of you cover all the modules, and in terms of taking up the project, you have to take a project based on your complexity. Okay. So basically, for example, say if a person with zero experience or very less experience in Python, he's learning a machine learning project or a front-end application, right? He might take an use case which is very little, just create a sample web application and create a form and create an entry into a sheet or something like that. But you can create a little bit more complex. You can have multiple tabs. So just by your own effort that you can put into, I can guide you in terms of fine tuning and correcting it. So you by kind of the best way to learn is to just start building something and learning from there, right? So kind of you can build something a little bit more complex, but still the same modules, right? You can instead of having one data source, you can have two, three data source, and instead of using a direct application as a data source, you can create your own data source, right? I can show you how to kind of like create your own database or spin up a database instance. So all these things in project, you can create this edge and you can practice it in that way. And I'll be guiding you for all the issues or challenges that you'll be facing in the project. So in that way, kind of, if you wanted to practice a little bit more of things, definitely I'll be there to help you.
And we will have a placement support also, right?
That will be done by
Yes,
RajCloud.
like we do provide the placement support as well. Don't worry about it. We are going to help you with the complete placement assistance from our end. Okay, so from like how to answer the tell me about yourself question, like we will start and we'll help you. That's completely like we'll take care of. No need to worry about that.
Okay. And the resume building also will be there,
Yeah,
right?
resume building, like a sample resume is like what projects you need to mention in your resume, how you need to showcase the experience if you want to try as an experienced candidate. Okay, so and like even if you want any kind of a certificates as well to cover up your experience and all, that certificate as well. All these things like will help you. No need to worry about that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
it from my side. Thank you.
Sweta, I can just see that like you haven't dropped your name and WhatsApp number yet. Can you please
Yeah.
drop it now?
Sure, sure. I will.
Great, great, good to hear.
Thank you.
Chandru, there is a question from Manju KS. Can you please check this?
Is this involve server automation testing deployment using microcontrollers in Python coding? So kind of when you say microcontrollers in Python coding, there are multiple ways you can mention something as a microcontroller, right? So you're talking about MVC, model view control kind of an MVC is basically a framework in front-end application, which kind of gives back the controller back to the web application. So maybe I'll explain you microcontrollers if you really want. Yeah, uh, maybe I'll just show you what is Raspberry Pi. No, this is not going to be a session on Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is you can also program in Raspberry Pi. You can install embedded Python in Raspberry Pi and start programming with it. But this is specifically for Python programming, how to install it in your system and developing from there. So coming back to the question of Manju, server automation, you can be more specific, I would say. Yeah, server automation, definitely I can teach you kind of like load testing or what kind of testing you're asking about. Yeah, I can help you on developing it. When you say microcontrollers in Python coding, do you mean kind of the front-end MVC controller, or you're talking about microservices in Python? Microservices will be covered in Python. So microservices are implemented in 2 to 3 formats. One is through APIs, another one is through batches, uh, another one is through processing threads, right? So all these concepts will be covered as part of this course, and kind of you will also have a project, implementable project with multi-threading, multi-processor, and also kind of MVC, model view controller, in the front-end applications. So model view controller MVC is a little bit outdated framework. If you're really interested, I can give you a project on that. But if you want the most relevant technology, I can give you MVVM, MVC, MVVR. So those are all the latest technologies in terms of rendering pages. So I really wanted to emphasize on the latest technology. But if you also wanted to learn some of the old technology simply because it's relevant in any of your company or projects or something, you can tell it to me. I can help you in that projects and kind of add those course material to you specifically or as a course to everyone as well. Kind of I have a very big library of courses which we constantly work, so kind of based on any specific project requirement also I can help you on that. Functions in hardware testings Intel project requires. So when you say hardware testing, what do you mean by that? Okay, so here it's completely based on Python program, right? How you gonna create interpreter and kind of create applications, right? So what a Python application, whether it's a front-end application, batch application, or a backend application, right? So for those things, testings comes in 3 to 4 formats. One is functional testing, that only understanding the function you can do. Another one is called load testing. So that is basically you just try to push hundreds of load to a system and try to test it. I can cover it up if you are interested. If anyone wants to really understand what really happens on a big billion day on Flipkart or something, why the servers are getting crashed, I can with the help of Postman, I can help you understand, create your own application and make it hang by suffocating it with a number of loads. So those kind of testing we can include, but not really hardware testing. If you want to know any specific things, you can definitely get my number one RajCloud, and you can maybe contact with me if you have any specific project, and I'll tell you whether this course will be helpful for that or not.
Still any questions from anyone, please? I hope like you have done with your questions. If you still have any, please let us know so that like we can help you more. So if you want to enroll for the program, you can just like visit our website. Okay, so by rascloudtech.com. you can just like visit our website rajcloudtech.com. This is our website. And if you just go to the courses section, at the end one, you can see Python full stack. Just click on this. Just click on this, and now you'll be able to see the complete information about the Python course here. You can just click on pay and enroll now. The course price will be 32,999 rupees, and the course duration will be 3 months, a weekly 5 days, Saturday and Sunday is holiday, and the class timings will be in the morning, like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. IST or 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. IST. So 2 hours in a day, like we are planning for, and weekly 5 days. Okay, this is the complete information about the timings and the pricing as well. So if you want to enroll, you can just click on pay and enroll now. It will take you to the payment page. So here in the payment page, like you can just like select like 2 payment modes are there. So one is Indian credit or debit card using pay by Razorpay. Another one is cash free payments. If you are using Indian bank accounts, you can opt for the Razorpay one. If you are using international bank account, you can opt for cash free payments. Okay. So you can just like opt for this, and you can click on pay and enroll now. Okay. And from here, like you can go for the payment as well. So if you still have any questions on the payment, or you have any questions on the course curriculum or anything else, you can just like contact me here. Okay. So this is our calling and WhatsApp number also. You can see here 93804872884. This is our calling and WhatsApp number as well. You can just like reach out us on this number also. Got it? Thank you all. Thanks for joining session today. Have a great day. Thank you so much.